Hey, my name is Mike隋, and I have 30 seconds to grab your attention because over 50% of viewers exit videos by then.
Man, that shit pissed me off, man.
So today I'm going to tell you the story of how I made over 7 figures during my career as a famous actor in China. And today, I have nothing left to show of it. I hope that my story serves as a cautionary tale so you don't make the same mistakes as I did with your money. And hope that my old stories can be both helpful and entertaining for you. Plus, I need to face my new reality to move on with life. So let's get right into it. I'm half Chinese, half American. Growing up on both sides, I never really fit in. In China, I was always the foreigner, outside-looking kid, aka 老外. In the US, kids used to call me a Japanese asshole.
Bruh.
It's been my lifelong struggle to feel liked and accepted. I remember when I was a kid, I once shared my allowances to buy other kids popsicles, and I found out when you spend money on others, they'll like you more. Fast forward to April 26th, 2012, when I was a struggling actor in Beijing, China, struggling to get by. But the next day when I woke up, a comedy video that I posted online the night before went viral.
Mr. Worldwide.
And I became famous. I began making more money than I could ever imagine by doing appearances, by acting in TV series and movies, and by posting ads on my social media. And what did I do with all that money? I tried to share the wealth and have my friends and family enjoy the good life too, because that habit was ingrained in my DNA. So what did I learn? Number 1, don't be overgenerous. Whether it was a fancy Michelin restaurant tour in Japan or a scuba diving trip in the Philippines, I not only invited my mom, my dad, my sister, I also invited my assistant, my agent, my photographer, my struggling actor roommate buddy. Everyone was invited, and guess who footed the bill? Me. Oh yeah, out of that whole group, these are the people that I'm still in touch with. Which brings us to number 2. Don't live for others. In continuation with spending too much money on my friends, my associates, my posse, I tried to portray this lifestyle to people who didn't even know me online of this young successful actor out in China with this budding career. Vacations to exotic destinations became the backdrop of all my Instagram pictures. I began copying much richer celebrities. What, a Louis Vuitton bag as a gym bag? Sure, why not? I could afford it. My online presence and my offline life became a blur. I started to hold myself to a way too materialistic standard of life. And even amongst real friends and family, I tried to impress them with my more and more fancy clothes and my more and more extravagant taste in dining and entertainment. On to my next piece of advice. Number 3, don't forget your taxes. Life felt surreal once I had over 2 million followers on my social media. I could post an ad for $20,000. I worked with brands like KFC, McDonald's, Volkswagen that paid even more than that. I also acted in blockbuster movies that are seen across the world. And what did I do with all that money I made? In my own defense, I was trying to experience life to the fullest without putting any aside for my taxes. And when tax season came, my ignorant ass was caught off guard. With tax bills that were higher than the money I had in the bank, I began playing Temple Run with all my debt. And with those 3 things, I think I've painted a pretty clear picture of how my financial life could easily go up in flames. All it needed was a spark, and boom, came COVID.
Mr. Worldwide.
Before we continue, I hope you guys are enjoying the stories from my downfall. But seriously, I hope you guys don't make the same mistakes as I did. It would really be helpful if you like this video and subscribe to my channel for more helpful and entertaining stories of mine. During the second half of this video, I'm going to tell you why it's never too late to turn things around. Let's keep going. Back when the pandemic started, I just so happened to be away from China and visiting my then girlfriend, now wife, who was in upstate New York. I made the decision to wait out the storm with her while she stayed in school instead of prioritizing my career and going back to China. I made a whole video on my YouTube page that you should check out after this that explains my reasoning behind the decision. Anyways, COVID put a pause on showbiz and I had no clue when I could resume my entertainment career. A year and a half later, my girl graduated from college, but I was nothing like the guy from 2019. Emotionally speaking, COVID had the whole world divided. As a half Chinese, half American guy who wishes for world peace, my heart was torn. I no longer wanted to make any content for social media or anything comedic of that sort. As the pandemic dragged on, I found myself depressed. Financial-wise, my savings had basically run dry since I was closed off and away from my place of work. Everything looked real grim. Luckily, I adopted my daughter Blue, who is the single strongest force for helping me get out of depression. Long story short, here's where my life's at now. Financially, I cut myself off from my once promising career. I don't know if it's a blessing in disguise, but the lifestyle that I used to try to portray and maintain was never healthy or sustainable. By draining my well dry, I forced myself to look at all my bad habits from before, to re-examine all the hundreds of thousands of dollars that I wasted on shoes and clothes and treating my friends to clubs and trips abroad. What I have left from all this is a big, hard life lesson that if you don't take care of your money, life itself will not take care of you. Emotionally, I can't help but wonder what my life would have been like had I not kissed away my promising career. But in reality, being removed from all the glam and glitz and superficial things, I'm starting to question what I truly value in life. What I stand for, what are the stories and thoughts that I want to share with others. I hope that by sharing my honest struggles, I can inspire people who are experiencing similar feelings. All in all, I wanted to open up about where I'm at in life, to be transparent about everything, especially my extreme failure in my financial life. Because in order for me to start a new chapter in life, I have to tear down that act that I put on for years. I'm no longer a glamorous, successful actor. I'm no longer in an enviable place. The real me is nothing but a regular dude who has to figure out what to do in life. I have some hopes and plans for my new chapter in life. One of them is to create a video series where I document my financial journey from the bottom to try to create a living that can support myself and my family. Every other week, I plan on releasing a video sharing my hustles and struggles to put food on the table. And along this journey, I hope I can build some new financial habits and new work habits that will be the core foundation of my life. I may try to revisit my career in China. I may do behind-the-scenes video work in SoCal instead. Shoot, I might work for my wife's jewelry brand full-time. Who knows? Whatever path I'll take, I'll try to document it as transparently as possible because I hope that my stories along the way will inspire you to pursue your life as truthfully as can be.
Don't let your dreams be dreams. Just do it!
And before I let you go, don't forget my 3 pieces of advice. Number 1, don't be overly generous. Number 2, don't live for others. And number 3, don't forget your taxes. And with that, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace!